Welcome back to Red's Workshop. Another project here. I thought it was done with a scrap wood, but I've been given these slats off what was a like a gym seat, and there's a few markings on them, but these all need running through the planer, and well, then we'll decide what we're making with them. I'll run the intro, I'll catch you on the other side. So, to get these pieces, it must be like a Christmas miracle, this, I think. The reason I'm saying that is because I was told they were giving me these because they were pine. This is actually ash. And I know we've predominantly worked with pine on the channel, so I'm going to continue what I was doing and get this set out. Now, I'm going to put an image on the screen as I usually do. There's no real joinery other than cutting things to length, and then it'll be, as you can see on the image, it'll be screwed through the back, and I think we'll pin the front pieces on. But you'll see that as we go through this build. Yeah. Alright, so setting out. Right, I just want to say something that I've seen so many times on YouTube. Let me just put you in a different position. There you go. When people set out to cut the wood. Now, this piece of furniture, or piece of wall art, whatever you want to call that, is basically based on the figure of 600mm or 23 5/8 long, and you need 3 of them. And what I've seen a lot of people do is they will put their tape measure on, just right, we'll use 600, go 600, and then go, what's 600 and 600? It's 1200, and mark the 1200. Now that's all well and good, but when you cut that piece of wood, that piece will not be 600 because you've got the curve for the blade. I know it's, to most of us, or a lot of us, it's pretty standard, but I see too many people do that, and it really frustrates me that you've no reason to. All you need is a stop block on your saw, and you'll get the same result. That's my setup. That's where I'm going to put my stop block. So what I'm doing, I'm going to place you, hopefully you'll catch this. I'm doing a bit of a close-up thing here now. Hopefully that makes sense to everybody. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is, that is the piece I've pre-cut. Lower my blade. No, I'm not firing it up. And just roll that up to there. I always carry pieces of wood next to the saw for just this exact reason. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put that there, get a clamp, so pushing that up against there, and make sure that so that's catching. There you go. You see that? I think you can. I'll just bring you a bit closer. There you go. And then what I will do is, the next lot, I'm cutting all 4 together up to there, and that is the piece. Oops, let's get you. I apologise for this. My left hand doesn't work when I want it to. So you see there now, that is the piece we're going to use to cut. I'm going to do this straight from the saw. So put that one there. That's okay there. Now, I haven't moved you. I'm just wondering where to place you that it fits. So can I get you on there? Control that, that's all. If I put them two there, that on the top, there you go, and I bring you over, and you can see there, that's exactly the same. Very easy process. Okay, so before I start, this is a whining sound you can hear in the background. It's batteries charging. As I said, I've glued these up, but I only need 3 of them. I also have 2 of the offcuts from the original start of this video, but they'll come in handy also. So if you want to make this, you've got to cut shelves, or the shelves that go across are 18 inches or 460mm. You need 2 of those. The back panel, not this one, but the back panel is 220mm wide by, or 8 5/8 by 600mm, and I've forgotten what that is, 23 and 5/8 ish in height. And then you've got 2 supporting uprights, which I'll go through and show you, but they are 220mm tall. That's the difference between. Now that will be a piece of scrap wood now, so I'll be able to do something with that at a later date. And I'm going to try and give you a bit of an idea of what this would tend to look like. So pretty much, he says as he's propping everything, pretty much as the image of like that. Can you see that? I'll tell you what, you'll see it in a second. I do that. Oh, hang on. There you go. And then there'll be supporting uprights in here. So these have got to be cut to length. The top's right, just want squaring off on the ends. They've all been sanded down to 220 grit. Before I put them together, they'll be done to 180 to 240 grit. Like I say, there is no major joinery in this. I'm not going to recess these into the back. These are going to be glued and screwed, and them, because you won't see them as they're at the back. And the front piece, it's the front piece that's going to be a little bit, well, they're going to get glued in. Probably Type Bond 2 and super glue, just to get that to go off quicker. Yeah, but I'll go through this as we do it. Okay, I'll put you back. There you go. Just want to make sure you're very professional, just making sure you're plugged in. I was charged up when I come in this morning. So, I'm going to do these 2 shelves. At the back, like I say, isn't a major issue. But, I'm not going to use this piece because you can see there, a bit of discoloration from the original colour, because I didn't want to take it down too thick. So we'll use that as a shelf, because the shelves have to be reduced. They're about 200mm, whereas these are currently 220mm. Now you could get away with that and save all the messing, but I'll try and get it as close as I can to the drawing itself. So picking the best one for the back. Now what I'm proposing to do with the back is actually paint it black. When I say paint it black, I'm going to stain it black in a dark stain and leave these a natural colour, so you've got a contrast. It might look alright, it might look a load of rubbish, but you don't know unless you give it a go, do you? So bearing what I just told you about the width of it being 220, that is 220 in width that way. So I'm going to leave that alone. So that's ideal. That means I'll be able to stain this while I'm messing around with these. So bit of jiggly pokery, but we'll get it done. Okay, I'm going to get these to the saw. Okay, so I've clamped the 2 pieces together, and let's get them cleaned up. Okay, with the 2 shelves cut, and like I say, they're 220mm. I'm not going to reduce them down because that keeps everything. What's the word? Is it in uniform? But what I'm I'm going to also do is cut the depth, you'll see them in a second, like the supports, to the same figure, to the same figure of 220mm. I'll just quickly do that. So now I've got those exactly the same width as those, which is 220. Job's a good one. Right, so I'm going to start putting these together. I won't bother showing you how I've stained that, because I'll just be using a Morel's jacket black stain, just for save time on the video. This is the bit that's the crucial side of it. Okay, so we have got to put two pieces on here. Now, if you can see the front, if you're eagle-eyed enough, you'll be able to see where I've been messing around with trying to get my head around how this went together for ease, because I'm going to glue this. I'm not screwing it. I just don't think it I suppose it lends itself to that, but I'm not a fan of it. So let's get this put together. Now, what I am going to use, if I can find the bloody stuff, is I'm also going to use, like I said early on, glue and CA glue. Now, it might be that in time this once I don't know where it's going, I'm just putting it, it'll just be sat in the shop. If that comes apart, then it may need a mechanical fixing. I just don't like to do it unless I've got to. Don't mind doing them on the back, because that's not going to be seen. Right, so let's get this started. So with that done, now we can get our opposing piece and apply that like so. Just make sure you've got your things the right way around. I don't want to work. Just hope that takes, and then we can bang a clamp on it to make sure that it stays where we want it. Okay, you join me now where I'm just setting out the height of these drawers, these shelves, and make sure that they stay on the correct size. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a fake line there, a fake line there, one there, and one there. Now I know you can't see that. Let me bring you round and mimic it probably again. So what I've done is drawn a fake line here and a fake line there. What that's doing is showing me, well, it's easier. Yeah, hang on a second. That now shows me, sorry about the camera angle, that now shows me the centre, where I can find the centre to drill the holes. Okay, and like I say, because I'm not rabbiting, dadoing this out, whatever you want to call that, I'm going to drill the holes here. Okay, so I'm going to get drill the holes here. Now I'm doing this by eye. Now, I need to sand them off and wait for that to dry and get this stained up then. And we can, the next time you'll see it, we'll be putting it back together. And there you have it. Please excuse the mess. The piece of wood at the bottom is just to prop it up because it's quite front heavy. And I'm pleased with that. And I think the black bit at the back gives it a bit more effect in the middle. So if you stuck to the end, thank you. I know there's been a lot of sawing, etc. preps. I've tried to do this video as quick as possible in regards to filming, But if you think we deserve it, please leave a like, a comment and subscribe. I'll see you then.